Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video, I honestly don't know what I want to say. Um, Mind you, this isn't a free chat video. In fact, you know what? Let me go get an example of what this video I think I might want to talk about. So, one second. Okay. So, no, we're not gonna do I'm not gonna do a review of Theories Sabers because I've already got it. You've already seen this before. But I do kind of want to talk about the recent news, and I know, guys, I'm not a person to do kind of like news. Like I'm not, you, I've made the promise to you guys that I'm not trying to do like a news channel, like, oh, what's going on in Hollywood, or oh, what's going on at Disney. But if you are not aware, or if you're living under a rock, some big news dropped a couple nights ago, Monday night, and into yesterday. So I guess you could say this is like the morning after. But it looks like that Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy, it's looking like that she's out the door uh, um, at the end of this year, at the end of 2025, which I would believe that that's the physical end of the year for Disney. And over the past day, and even kind of like this morning before I made this video, I've been hearing a lot of videos. I've been checking out a lot of my favorite YouTubers talking about the end of Kathleen Kennedy, the end of this era. What could Star Wars look like after this? Who could take over for Kathleen Kennedy? Who could, um, who's going to captain the ship? I've even heard talk of, is it too late to save Star Wars? I been hearing, will it go back into the niches? Where the true fans will love Star Wars. And I've heard rumors of like, well, Lucasfilm is gone, it's over. The only thing that can save Star Wars now is fans. There's been some articles out today, question mark, um, saying, going back to who could helm this thing. Is it Dave Filoni? Is it Carrie Beck, who worked under Kathleen Kennedy? Please, God, for the love of no. Please, please, for the love of God, no. Is it Jon Favreau? I've heard reports that Favreau doesn't want it. Could it be Marvel, the head of Marvel, Kevin Feige? Could he do it? And then of course, you got people saying out there, oh, it should be the fans that should take over, you know, and everything like that. And, I guess I'm here to say, like, I don't know. I legit don't know what's going to happen. But I saw a live stream last night, kind of into the morning, that I was listening to. And it was something that the host of the live stream said that struck a chord with me. And not in the wrong way, just struck, just kind of touched a little something. And basically is right now, first of all, let me say it like this. The news of Kathleen Kennedy leaving, besides The Acolyte, did something that Disney in and of itself hasn't been able to do in years. Okay, not since The Force Awakens, I think. And that's brought the fans together. Okay. The Acolyte brought fans together because people just, unless, and no disrespect, unless you were an Acolyte fan, but basically the Acolyte brought the fandom together and saying, yeah, the Acolyte sucked. Okay. And Skeleton Crew was a good show, but it apparently didn't chart. And, look, a friend of mine said sometimes you're going to have that. Sometimes you're going to have a show that maybe it looks good, it's pleasing to the eye, there's a good story behind it, but maybe it just people aren't into it, right? And I understand why people weren't into Skeleton Crew. I mean, it basically was kind of like the Goonies in the Star Wars universe, right? Not saying it couldn't work, it just, that's what people saw, right? Um, Save for The Mandalorian season 1 and season 2, and you can say what you want. I mean, well, okay, let me tell you the truth. I didn't jump on the Mandalorian bandwagon at first, quite simply because I didn't really want to get Disney Plus. And it's not because I hated Disney or anything like that, but it was like, I just, back at the time, I didn't want to get a streaming service. I really didn't. I was like, what's the point? You know? What's the point of extra, And also to mention the fact that um it was well, it was like cable. Of course, streaming services do cable, but that's a different story for a different time. Anyway, my point is that Kathleen Kennedy exiting has kind of brought the fans together and has given some of the fan base, those who haven't walked away completely, it's given them a little bit of optimism. It's given them a little bit of hope. And Star Wars really, really needs that right now. We need good storytelling. We need hope again. We need to believe in that galaxy far, far away, which is something that we have not had for the past 13 years. One sec. And we need that. And, I don't know about you guys out there. When George Lucas sold Lucasfilm and Star Wars to Disney, I was kind of happy. I honestly don't remember back then if I was excited. I legit do not remember. I think I was a little hesitant because I was like, oh, okay, this is Disney. I'm like, yeah, okay, they have the money to invest in Star Wars and to make movies. But I don't really remember my actual reaction. I think it was, and mind you, when I heard it, like I heard it on the radio, and it was like real early in the morning. Uh, not to go into my history, but I was actually getting ready to go to dialysis at the time. So I don't really remember if I was paying attention or if I was just like, okay, yay, Disney's gonna, like, I think I was shocked, like I was surprised, I remember that much. But as far as like being giddy or excited, I think I was like, no. So here's the thing. Okay, besides all my ranting and raving here, okay, Kathleen Kennedy hopefully is on her way out. Okay, I believe that. Okay, if the mainstream media is reporting it, it's done. It's over. Okay, she's out. who's going to come next, okay? And I listed off a bunch of names earlier in the video, okay? So I'm not going to rehash that. If it's Kevin Feige from Marvel, maybe. I mean, he's kind of done all right by Marvel. I mean, phases 4 and 5 sucked. We're getting Daredevil Born Again next week, so that looks good. Captain America 4 sucked. The Marvels sucked. Thunderbolts, I'm going to be completely honest. If you are a Marvel Comics fan, please tell me who the Thunderbolts are, because I have no idea. Oh, wait, I think they were the Dark Avengers or something. And, okay, either way, I don't know much about them, okay? Fantastic Four, kind of looking forward to that. Anyway, my point is that it's all under Kevin Feige, and some of it was good, some of it was not great, okay? There, I said it, all right? So there's him. Then you got Jon Favreau, who gave us The Mandalorian. He could do it if he's interested. Then you have Carrie Beck, and as I stated earlier, who worked under Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know if she was part of the story group. I don't know if she was like Kathleen Kennedy's right hand or something, but please, for the love of God, no. And then there's Dave Filoni. And I know that in the Star Wars fandom, there are mixed reactions about Dave Filoni, okay? I know that he's a company man. I know that there are some that think that Dave Filoni drank the Kool-Aid of Kathleen Kennedy and basically is now like nothing more than a corporate stooge who will do what he's told. And then, of course, there are some that still have hope that Dave Filoni, or still believe that Dave Filoni, studied under George Lucas, studied under the Jedi Master, and has done great stories, has done great with the franchise of Star Wars. And if he's put in charge, we're going to get Star Wars like we know and love. Right? That's the hope, right? And I know there's been a lot of YouTubers out there that are saying, shelve it. Shelve Star Wars. No more. It's done. It's over. We're done. There won't be any more Star Wars. You know what I mean? And then, of course, you know, there's the rumor about the Rey movie, and that's that's a conundrum, or that's a cluster in and of itself. I think I've rambled on too long. But my point is right now, according to the live stream, let me circle back to that before I end this video. We have a golden opportunity right here. We have hope. Okay, this news has kind of united the fans. And I've heard a lot of people say that we shouldn't celebrate because Star Wars is dead. Bro, guys, Star Wars, in my opinion, isn't dead. Because you know what? And this is a direct message to every Star Wars fan, to Disney, to Lucasfilm. And you know what? Maybe it's a parting shot to Kathleen Kennedy. Parting gift. Let's call it that. You tried to take away the EU. Guess what? Didn't work. Not because that you guys knew that you were cherry picking from certain, you know, books and Heir to the Empire and stuff like that. No. It's because, guess what? When people said no to Disney Plus and people said no to the sequels, where did they go? They went to the EU. Even though it was said that the EU was Legends in Star Wars, guess what? The Force still flows through the EU. People are still reading them. People are getting their fix. People are making fan films. In fact, there's a channel called well, not just Star Wars Theory. Yes, I will mention Star Wars Theory. Star Wars Theory is keeping the hope of Star Wars alive. Every day. Say what you want about him, but he is keeping Star Wars alive. There's also another YouTube channel called Skywalker Stories, which is legit taking AI, which is, I think, is actually pretty cool. Taking AI, giving us our favorite characters, whether it be Vader, whether it be Dooku, whether it be Palpatine, whether it be Qui-Gon Jinn, Luke Skywalker, Yoda, Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, you name it, Padme even, you name it, and they're making stories. Good Star Wars stories. So here's my message. Don't stop believing. Because it doesn't matter where Star Wars ends up. You know what? Disney may have killed the physical of Star Wars, right? The physical body, right, of Star Wars. But there's one thing that Disney can never destroy. Can never destroy the heart of Star Wars. It can never destroy the spirit the spirit of Star Wars that lives inside of all of us. The spirit of George Lucas's Star Wars. That's what they can never take from us. They tried. But we still have the original trilogies. Still got the prequels. And you know what? Whether they like it or not, we still got the EU. We still got the games. And you know what? We still got the, if you still collect the figures, I got a whole bunch of figures back there. We still got the figures, we still got the books, we still got the comics, the old comics, whichever you read. Yeah. So, is Star Wars dead? No. The brand may be damaged, but Star Wars in and of itself is not dead. That's enough out of me. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. And please hit that notification bell so you know when I make another video. And remember, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, go make it an anime day. And most importantly, may the Force be with you. Always.